All right, I think we've got market open coming up in just a couple of seconds now. I mean, once again, as flat as they come. Maybe not as flat, but yeah. You got the Nifty, which is flat. Yeah, nothing, unchanged. 25,118. The Nifty Bank is down about a third of a percent, 56,640. So that's a more decisive, and I think Axis has got something to do with it. It'll come up on your screens, but 0.4% lower on Nifty Bank straight off the bat. Axis is down 5%, as you can see, and I think outsized sort of pressure on the Bank Nifty. Mid-cap index is flat. The small-cap index, perhaps, I think, coming up should come up flat as well. And the Nifty heat map will give you a quick sense of how we are starting, but it's all about stocks, so we want to get to stocks very, very quickly. What do we have on your screens? 25 odd names are higher, and about not 25, 35 names are higher. About 15 stocks are in the on the downside, but Axis really is putting pressure. Surabhi.
It's a classic bull versus bear on Axis. I mean, the bulls will say that in longer term, it's actually good. It's a sign of strong prudential management. But the bears will say, hey, Q1 was bad, and we weren't prepped for it. 4.5% down on the stock as we speak, but it's cutting its losses from a 6% gap down. So let's see how this plays out. What else is weak? Bharti Airtel, Kotak Mahindra Bank, SBI Life, Bajaj Finance. In general, financials are weak. And the knock on Axis has taken the Bank Nifty down 0.5% as well. ICICI Bank is also a little weak, and the others are not able to offer much of a counterweight. I mean, HDFC Bank is just 6 rupees higher. SBI is also on the lower side. So banks are weak, short point. Let's look at Wipro. Wipro is the bright spark on the Nifty this morning, 3.5% up. Remember, the first quarter was soft, but deal wins are looking very good. Commentary for the second half is strong, and the market likes that. So 3.5% up. Jio Financial reported numbers. Growth is picking up. 1.25% higher on Jio Financial as well. Other gainers on the Nifty, once again, the metal stocks are continuing their shining ways from yesterday. So Tata Steel, JSW Steel, maybe global risk on mode. Global markets have been holding up as well. That seems to be working for this part of the market. Even Hindalco is up 0.5% higher. So metals are shining bright. Aside of that, then it just completely flattens out. Some buying on Infosys, some buying on L&T. Let's look at Reliance finally before we move to mid-caps. Reliance ahead of numbers. Very quiet, just about 2 rupees on the higher side. Nifty down 17 at this point. Nigel.
Well, a few stocks that are catching your eye from the broader markets. Novoco, the numbers were good. I'll be interested to see whether or not it can sustain this 8% gain because, the IPO came at more than 500 rupees, but they're doing the right things. If it wasn't for Vardaj asset that they've taken into their books, because now we'll have to wait to see how they turn that around in the next 2 years or so. But no worries with the numbers. Realizations up, cost under control, debts reduced, and they have valuation comfort as well. So let's see whether or not it can build onto those gains. For the time being, an 8% pop, I think, factors in the good set of numbers that we have seen. The other one I'm looking at is Afcon's Infra. Well, that's up close to 4.5%. They won a large order. So that's why the street likes that. That one, 4.5%. Good going out there. Wipro continues its winning ways. And SmartWorks co-working listed yesterday, good gains out there, building onto the gains today as well. So SmartWorks, in fact, up close to around 2% as we speak. Lurch Avenues Tech, that stock, in fact, was much higher in yesterday's trading session. It ended at the circuit. Today, there is some cooling off. There is an Anand Rathi note that I'm looking at. They find valuations a bit stretched at around 68 times forward earnings. Hence, they initiate coverage with a hold rating on the stock. 230 rupees is the target price. Some cooling off after the big run that we've seen on that one. And Navkar Corp as well, I think that came out of a set of numbers. Large volumes today. It's down close to around 1% or thereabouts. So, though we have the headline index, it's more or less flattish. Stocks in the broader markets doing a thing of their own, bouncing around.
Well, 0.07% change on the Nifty at this point. So large cap, the Nifty index not doing very much at all at this point in time.